trying to make it right. Just didn't have power to ignore nobody. In the hopes they disappear. I'm trying to let it go, but I guess you just don't want to go. And if I had a dime for every time I'm trying to call your name, so tell me I learned that I cope well. I discovered I could make it. Oh, nights so long and cold, so cold. I discovered I could take it. Oh, now I wouldn't trade the world. No. Not for the knowledge, not for the knowledge that I gained. Let me say it like this. I learned that I could grow. I really did. I tried to let it show. I did. I tried to let it show. I tried to tell you, but you just don't want to. You walk away from me, act like you didn't know me. But let me say it like this, that I'm working well. I can't say no, but I'm working now. One morning I just won't trade. All the change just dropped off of me. But you just I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to show you. But let me tell you how I feel right now. I want you to know that you can't tell me no more. I'm a woman now. Anybody feel like I feel? Say with me that I'm over. Say it again. But I'm over. Say I'm over. My. It's a good time to be here. God is awesome. He gave us another day. It is Wonderful Wednesday. I am Dr. Larissa D. Smith, the host of Talking Sports Plus Preview Show. We've had the last 3 weeks off. I've been pretty much on the road, been down, down for the count, like they said. When you get knocked down, you have to lay down. Once you lay down, God will restore you. And I give him the praise because he had brought me a mighty long way. And I'm so glad to be here with you on Wednesday evening. Talking Sports Plus Preview Show. We have an outstanding show that we're going to bring before you tonight, as well as giving away some prizes. We're going to give away a prize to the 10th watcher, joiner, or caller. We're having that at the 7 o'clock hour, which is now. Then we're going to have a giveaway prize at the 8 o'clock hour for the 10th caller. So again, we're excited. Now, Basically, we're talking about Talking Sports Plus. Previous show is the voice of the historical black colleges and universities, high school and middle school athletics in the southeastern part of the United States. We got a lot of things going on dealing with our historical black colleges and universities, as well as our high school and middle school. What we try to do, we try to bring you the hottest topics of the week here. And with this preview show, we make all efforts in the world to bring you what's going on during the week. As you know, it is basketball time, it's championship time. So the title of our show tonight is It's Championship Time. Now, our call-in number for our show at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time is 347-857-4192. And if you want to go to the web link and just listen to the show, you can go to www.blogtalkradio.com/The Smith Way Production. As I said, we come to you every Wednesday at 7 o'clock in our previous show. That way we share what's going to be happening on the format for the 8 o'clock show. Now, I want to make sure I mention the ways we are broadcasting tonight. I'm so excited by having the many ways now. We normally have 4 ways, but I'm having Instagram is giving me a mighty struggle tonight. But you know, the devil's always working. But you know, we're going to make it do what it do, because God is in charge of this. He's running this show, and we're just going to roll with him. Now, we are by Facebook, and most of you are watching me with Facebook, and I appreciate you joining us through Facebook. Also, we with YouTube television, as well as we are working on Periscope. And last, we was trying to make sure we can get up running, because I keep getting so many things flashing across here, to making sure we have Instagram. And we're really excited about having these 4 mechanisms. Now, this is our 7 o'clock version of it, which is our previous show. Now, 8 o'clock, we will be doing on Blog Talk Radio. You can call in, again, 347-847-4192, and you can talk with us tonight. Now, let me talk about the co-hosts for the show tonight. Our co-hosts are none other than the young man from Huntsville, Alabama, that they call him Meridianville, and he's known as the Coach has that saying, ain't no fun when the rabbit had the gun. He's our king, and that's Coach Tremaine Edwards. Coach Tremaine Edwards just won his 6th middle school basketball championship, his back-to-back with his girls, who had won 6 in a row. The boys and girl won it last year, which is 2018 and 2017-18, and now 2018-19. We applaud him. He's an outstanding host. The king is with us, and he'll be with us tonight. Also, we have the lady of the hours. The lady, she's known as the Millennium. Young, excited, she's been with it. I'm so proud of her because she's my daughter. And that's Coach Lauren D. Smith. She's another one of our co-hosts. Then we have 2 other co-hosts. We have Touchdown Tony Stallworth. That's Coach Tony Stallworth, retired with the High School Athletic Association. He's man, what they said, the second man in charge, and he retired on July 31st, 2018. He's been with our show since we created this show back in 2017. So we're glad to have him with his expertise dealing with the High School Athletic Association, as well as high school basketball, football, and baseball, and what is going on, as well as middle school. And last but not least is our radio personality. He's the Don King of entertainment. He comes to everybody from various sites. He starts off down at Fort Walton Beach on the coast down there, the Gulf Coast. And he comes all the way, travel up to Montgomery, over to Troy, Alabama, then back down to Dothan. None other than our radio personality, Daryl E. Train Elliott. So join the train. This is a train. We appreciate you joining each and every one. I'm looking at each one of your names on there, and I'm so happy you're joining. Like I said, we had the 3 weeks off, and we wasn't just sitting around doing nothing. It's basically my team was doing some things, but I was traveling, and like I said, I was down for the count, and I do appreciate God giving me another opportunity. He revived me until I could feel so happy to be here before you. So I give him the praise because he didn't have to do it. Now, our show is championship time. We're going to talk about historical black college and university storyline. We're going to look at that CIAA. That's what's so exciting. Is no other conference championship in historical black college and university. Outstanding, has great pageantry than the CIAA. That is the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association. It was held this past weekend, and it was outstanding. You had many of people in attendance. We had celebrities from here and far, so it was an awesome time up in Charlotte. Not mistaken, I'm trying to make sure I get that right because I put that down. It was up in Charlotte, I believe, and it was just a lot of pageantry going on. So it was really, really, really good. And like they said, it was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you had celebrities there, and it was held on. The championship was held on Saturday, and victorious was Virginia State in the men's division. They beat Shaw 77-66. So Virginia State will get that bid to go to the Division II basketball tournament. Like I said, it's championship time. And in the women's division, you have Virginia Union upsetting Fayetteville State with a score of 75-41. And they pretty much led by several individuals. And I'm going to talk about them individuals in a minute. We also had the SIAC, which is the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Championship, Basketball Championship 2019, held in Birmingham, Alabama at the Bill Harris Arena out there in Fair Park. And it was exciting out there, and we'll talk about the champion. The champion was Miles in the men's division. They dismantled Lamont Owen by a score of 70-46, and it was led by Jaleel Watson Gale with 15 points. Then we had the women's division. Lane College defeated Kentucky State 44-42, pretty close game. But Therese McCoy finished with 11 points, and Ada Meadley was able to, McNeil was able to finish with 14 points and 3 rebounds. So that's how the SIAC as well as the CIAA went on. You know, one of our hosts that's up in that area was talking about that CIAA, and I'm hoping she called in. I see her on the line right now. She's joining us on Facebook, and maybe she can tell us some things about what happened in that magnificent CIAA. It is the best tournament of the historical black college that's happening every year at different sites. You have celebrities, and it's just a showcase of excitement, great basketball, and it's up in, and it was up in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it was an awesome time up there, and maybe she'll let us know at 8 o'clock exactly how things went based on what she had an opportunity to experience or what she heard, just whether she was there to visualize it as well. All right, let's kind of look at SWAC conference, which is our Division One teams or basketball in the historical black colleges and university. You have the Southwest Athletic Conference as well as the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Both of those teams will be playing their championship the 11th through the 16th. Now, both of them have different formats. Now, you might ask the question, the SWAC, what is the SWAC? What team makes up the SWAC? You have the Grambling Southern. You have Arkansas Pine Bluff. You have Alabama State University, Alabama A&M University. You have Texas Southern, Prairie View, the two teams that are fighting at the top of the men's division. And you have Southern, as I mentioned, in the women's division. They're part of the SWAC as well. Then you also have Mississippi Valley, as well as Jackson State, Alcorn, the Corn. That's what they call it down there in Lomer, Mississippi. And those teams make up that SWAC. And they'll be starting their tournament because they have actually a game tomorrow. They play 18 games in the division, and it will be the 17th game tomorrow. And then you have the 18th game will be Saturday. Then they'll start next week over in Birmingham, Alabama. But they actually got a different format. And I want to share this for those individuals interested going to the SWAC championship game of the tournament. The tournament will only consist of 2 rounds, which is the semifinal and the championship game, which will be on Friday and Saturday, which is the 15th and 16th, Bill Harris Arena up there in Birmingham, Alabama. So you can check them out. That's Friday. You have both the women and the men. Actually, on the first part of the week, the top 4 teams, they only take the top 8 teams out of the SWAC based on their record at the end of the year that participate in the SWAC championship in basketball. Top 4 get the pleasure of hosting the quarterfinals on their campus. So you have some teams that we're going to talk about tonight in our show, and we want to share our thoughts about that. Those top 4 teams going to be hosting right now. The champion of the regular season of the Southwest Athletic Conference is Prairie View University with at this point a 15-1 mark, and they have 2 more games to go, but they already clinched the playoff in the top seed. And right behind them is Texas Southern with 3 losses. Then you have several other teams fighting for that 3rd, 4th spot. 3rd and 4th team get a chance with the 1st and 2nd team to host the first round at their campus. And then they'll move forward over to Birmingham, Alabama. So that's how the SWAC stand. The SWAC conference stand right now. Those are the standings. So they have 2 more games to go. They start their tournament next week. The MEAC will be held in Norfolk, Virginia, and they will play the tournament, a full week of tournament. A little different from the SWAC. They play a full week, starting off with Monday or Tuesday. I think Monday, I was looking at the standings. They didn't have anybody in there, but they were moving forward to it. Now, the MEAC, who's at this point the top seed so far, is Norfolk State with a 14-1 mark. They actually have these last few games to wrap it up, so they'll start on Monday. You have North Carolina A&T at 12-3, will be the 2nd seed. Then you have North Carolina Central University will be the 3rd seed at 10-5. Howard will be 9-6. Will be the 4th seed, tied with Bethune-Cookman, so will be the 5th seed. So those are the top seeds of the MEAC. Be held at the Norfolk Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, March 11 through 16. Again, you have the SWAC that will be in Birmingham, Alabama. Just recently, the SIAC played their championship, which was last weekend. The 25th through the 2nd, they played in Birmingham, Alabama. Let's kind of recap or spotlight some of the things that dealt with the championship. You had in CIAA, you had Virginia State beating Shaw 77-66 in the men's division to win the championship, led by Jameer Hauser with 28 points, and all-tournament team most valuable player. The women, you have Virginia Union 75. Fayetteville State, led by Sharika McNeil, broke the CIAA tournament scoring record with 37 points against Virginia Union. This is the 2nd consecutive CIAA Women's Basketball Championship won by Virginia Union. So they're doing back-to-back. And then the SIAC, you had Miles College dismantled Lamont 0-7-46, led by Jaleel Watson-Gala at 15 points. And Lane College beat Kentucky State. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about some high school basketball as well, but that'll be part of our storyline. But we also have several topics that we're going to look at in regards to our Coach's Corner. And we always have a section called Coach's Corner. And one of the topics we're going to talk about is, should the Lakers shut down LeBron? Should they just tell LeBron, we're going to slowly take minutes and minutes and minutes for you so you can sit down? Because you know the standings. They are 5.5 games out of making the 8th spot. So they are 5.5 games for not making the playoff. Their percentages by Westgate is 0.1 chance of making the playoff. And tonight is supposed to take on Denver Nuggets. We'll see how they'll perform, but it's been atrocious. Crap. The Lakers have looked terrible. No one can play as bad as anybody in regards to trying to play for a champion or get into the playoff as they have played in the last 2 weeks. We can blame it on everything that we think it is. But you should remember, they are professional. I don't care how young they are, they're still professionals. And they have a job. That's their job. If you go to your job and perform the way that the Lakers performed since the All-Star break, they'll fire you. Shouldn't they fire some of those people on there? They're a professional athlete. They make millions of dollars to go out there and play the best game and don't walk around crying like little babies. They got to be men and be tough at what they're doing, but we all have feelings as well. I have to bring that across. So should they shut down LeBron? Is LeBron no longer, this is a question we're going to ask tonight, the greatest player on the planet? You know, LeBron was the greatest player on the planet. No one's greater than LeBron. We're not talking about comparing to Michael Jordan. But at this point, today, LeBron is considered to no longer be the greatest player on the planet. I want your discussion on that. Let me know exactly. The call-in number is 347-857-4192. And if you want to share your thoughts, press 1. I identify the last 4 digits of your cell or telephone number, and then I will distinctly ask you to identify yourself and your location and join in the conversation. Another topic is about Kyler Murray. Should he be selected number one player in the NFL draft 2019? You know, it's amazing. Last year, that was a big discussion. There was 5 quarterbacks drafted, but the quarterback that had the most the outstanding performance for 2 years, where he won the Heisman and he came in second in the run, and in the next year they said he couldn't play quarterback because he wouldn't stand in the pocket. He ran too much. But this young man, he's 5 feet 10, and and the talking heads and pundits has built Kyler Murray up to be one of the greatest players and got 1 year experience. We got to understand that. There's a letdown that's coming. Tell me what you think about it. And we want you to share your thoughts. Next is the Arizona Cardinals will have the number 1 pick. Everybody thinks it's going to be Kyler Murray. What are they going to do with Josh Rosen? Remember last year, 2018, they moved up 5 slots to get Josh Rosen at 10. Your offense is built around him. You bring another quarterback that runs. See, there's something about sports we got to understand. And I want to make sure y'all understand. You just can't plug a player in. If you got a more of a pro-style offense where they drop back, you can't put a quarterback in there that's going to be running a spread option or a quarterback that's going to be running the RPO. It doesn't work. Your linemen have to adjust. Because now you got a lot of reaching blocks, you got some backside blocks. They don't do in a drop back position. It's hard. You can draft a quarterback. Consider that if that offense is built, it was terrible last year. It was terrible. But it's built for Josh Rosen. I'm telling you, Kyler's going to have a whole lot of problems. Because they need to do much more than what they're doing in drafting a quarterback. But Arizona, you can scratch your head on them. Because they automatically had a coach had a atrocious record in college, and he kept saying he's putting all these quarterbacks out in NFL. But the point about it, you had all the same quarterbacks there. Your problem is to build a team. He could not build a team then. Why we think he's going to build a team now? That's just a waste to me, but we'll kind of see how. And that's my opinion, but you can share that, and we want you to share your thoughts at 347-857-4192. Another topic about Jalen Hurts. With the addition of Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma, will this put Oklahoma in the Final Four for 2019? We'll keep our eye. We want you to discuss it. Then we're going to look at some of the high school storylines. We're at 7:22. We're getting ready to give away our prize that we have after we talk a little bit about high school. Had an opportunity to attend some Alabama high school athletic Final Four. I watched from sub-regional all the way to regional with the foundation, which is Alabama Sports Festival. Foundation will plug in. We're in control of the summer games in the state of Alabama, which will be held in June of this year, June. And it's the 7th through the 9th. We'll have all the games. Basketball, baseball, we'll have everything you can think about that's in the summer. Track and field, we'll have it all. So you can join us in Huntsville, Alabama, which will be our 2nd year there, 7th through the 9th. And I'm the commissioner of basketball, so I've been traveling around talking to coaches throughout the state of Alabama, trying to get them involved with that. It is called the Summer Olympics. And it's Junior Olympics. So you can join us if you want to. Come to Huntsville on June 7th through 9th. We have an outstanding opening ceremony, and then we move forth and have some outstanding games. So we had the Final 7 in Birmingham. We got to the Final 7 in Birmingham. We had a total of 56 teams up there. So in essence, you had for the girls 1A, you had Phillips, 2A Cold Springs, 3 Pasca, 4 Rogers, that's 4A, 5A Central Tuscaloosa, 6A Hazel Green, 7A Hoover. On the boys' side, you had Decatur Heritage, 1A Central Coosa, 2A. They dethroned a 5-time champion in Sacred Heart out of up in the Anderson area, Jacksonville area. Plainview won the 3A. Talladega surprisingly came a long way and won the 4A. Winona won the 5A. Pinson Valley put in a big upset. They upset Carver Montgomery in a game that started off pretty close at the end. Our spotlight player we're going to talk about a little bit tonight was awesome, played pretty tough, and eventually pulled that out. Pinson Valley won the 6A and 7A, led by Trent Warford, number 1 player in the state of Alabama, as ranked in the top in the country. Mountain Brook beat Baker out of Mobile. So that's how the results. Now, our player that spotlight, we're going to talk about that tonight. So let me share some thoughts before I get ready to give this giveaway. Yeah, and that's a $25 gift card to Red Lobster. We're going to give that one away. And what I'm going to explain what I'm asking for you if your name is called. Whenever it's called, and I'm going to ask at the end of this show, you give me an email where I can send this to you. As I was saying, our spotlight player was Cam Woods of Pinson Valley. Woods in the 2 games in the championship game had 25 points. I saw the kid firsthand, so he became my spotlight player. Because he got an outstanding job in beating Carver, and then against Hillcrest of Tuscaloosa, he had 13 points in the semifinals. And on our girls' side, we have Quintisha Leatherwood out of Central Tuscaloosa. Leatherwood record 18 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds in the championship game over Madison, and the score was 65-63. In the semifinal game against Brewer, Leatherwood scored 21 points, 5 steals. She received 41% of the votes through the AL.com that she was able to be selected as the girl player of the week in the state finals. Now, Leatherwood is about 5, probably 4'9", 4'10", outstanding player. And she's spotlighted. We spotlight those 2 players. And on the men's side, the boys' side, we have Cam Wood out of Pinson Valley. On the girls' side, the women's side, we have Quintisha Leatherwood. So from Central Tuscaloosa. That's how our show will go tonight. So make sure you join us. We're going to recognize all the high school events and what's coming up in the future, as well as SWAC. Now, it's time to give the giveaway. And unfortunate, I'm using what we have on our Facebook. Several other people are joining us also on our, as I look over at my YouTube, I'm being joined by D Rams. Yes, that's who that is. I appreciate you joining us, and I recognize you. So I'm gonna call out the name of this individual. Now these individuals text me some information, and I got a note I want to address that. I said the 10th person as a caller, individuals that's joining us or watching us. And I'll go down and I'm going to call your name, and I do appreciate it. You don't know who's number 10. I'm about to let you know who's number 10. It's so excited to have each and every one of you joining. I'm going to call your name and give you a shout out. So right now, our caller or an individual who will win the $25 gift certificate is Tiffany Wash. She's joined us. Tiffany, what I need you to do, Tiffany, is to give me a call after this show is over with at about 7:35. Either do an email. I'm going to give you my number right quick. But Tiffany Wash will win tonight. And we got to applaud. We'll win tonight. $25 gift card to Red Lobster. And the number is, Tiffany, and for anybody else, is 334-301-8775. 334-301-8775. I need you to call and give me all your contact information so I can mail that gift card to you. If you want to email me, you can go to Lorenza, Lorenza, with the D as in David, Smith, Smith, 15 at gmail.com. That's Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. Congratulations, Tiffany Wash. You have won a $25 gift card. So send me your information and we'll make sure we get excuse me. But we're all excited about individuals, and I got to give a shout out to those individuals as joiners. As I mentioned over on Instagram, and I said on, and make this correction, I said on YouTube, on our channel, but it's not. It's on Instagram. We finally got it up running. We have, that's look like Doretha AMB joining us, and I appreciate it, Doretha. And here's the individuals that's joining. We got Preacher Man, Brother Michael Clemens. I'm sorry, Pastor Michael Clemens, one of my ball players. He's joining us. A shout out to you. Thank you, Michael. Regina Hill. Thank you, Regina. Scarlett H. Black, co-host of Talking Real to You. That comes on every other Monday night, Scarlett. Scarlett had a question, had a statement. She wanted to make sure I'm going to give this shout out and say what she wants to do. And I wanted to call in and talk about it because it ain't too far to go back. You know, Charlotte is from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm sorry, Scarlett. Scarlett states that I never got a chance to brag about Clemson defeating Alabama. That's what she would. But passes on to the guys. That's to the rest of the group. Because when she called in, when we first started with this, and there was a lot of heckling going on about Alabama doing this, and Scarlett said Clemson will take care of business. Congratulations. It was a couple months later, but congratulations to you, Scarlett. And your team won, and those co-hosts and other individuals who was heckling and having fun had to go back and eat that. So Scarlett, we want to make sure. We also have several others we want to make sure we got Lady Johnson. Thank you, Lady Johnson. Have Kim Ramsey. Kim, how you doing, Sarah? And Scarlett is a Sarah as well, of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Kim, his son is working hard down in Florida, getting ready. Matter of fact, he had a chance this weekend to go and show off his skill, one of the safeties from Alabama State University in the combine. And congratulations to Karan. Kim, you and DJ did an awesome job and still doing it. Keep on grinding. And tell him to keep on working, and tell him I'm always mentioning his name on Talking Sports Plus. So when he get a chance to make that big money, don't forget about us. Also, is this Tishna Hopper? I may not be saying it right, but you make sure you get it right. Because Kim, you're right there with it. You can come and give me the right pronunciation. You can text me and let me know, and I'll make sure. Appreciate both of y'all joining us. Olivia Toomer joining us. Sharon Sherrod. Thank you, Sharon. Deborah E. Hutchison. Thank you. Is this Toya Harris? Thank you. And our winner about 25, as I mentioned her, Tiffany Wash. She's joining us. Torrin Peterson, Cappy Peterson, one of my ball players from McKenzie. Was down there, was able to win a state championship. He had graduated, but he was a part of building that. We won a football state championship back in the 90s. Deborah Holmes, how you doing, friend? My family, how you doing, Deborah? Hope mom is doing well. Our prayers are definitely on the show. We're going to say is out for mom getting better. Mildred Vega, thank you, Mildred. I appreciate you joining us as well. Vega, we have Charlotte Edwards, Marilyn Urquhart Miller, Mario, my frat brother. Mario, thank you for joining us again. You always sharing some positive thoughts, and you're on the show, you're listening, and I see you're sharing some things through Facebook as well. Autumn Floyd, Renee Johnson Higginpath, And all finally, there's some words from Kim Ramsey. She said, "Hey there, Fred. Hey, Kim." And then she said, "Thanks, Fred. He is right here." So I'm talking about Quran. Keep grinding, Quran. We look for great things out here. Represent ASU very well. Being a proud alumnus myself, and as former ball player as well. Keep on doing it. Keep on grinding. Talking Sports Plus preview show, and just our whole network on the Smith Way Production supports you. And we look forward to seeing you out there so we can give you a shout out as we talk on our show. That's the end of our show. We're very excited, but we will be coming back in about 26 minutes. And as we closely begin to close out our show, I always try to bring some music. And I hope my Facebook people don't get too upset with me, because what I do is I have to kind of bring up over the stream. I'm trying to operate from one computer to another. And, my hashtag is keep on grinding. And hashtag God is good. And I'm so happy he watched over me and my family. And I ask him to do the same for you. Hashtag communicate for understanding. But last but not least, and when you join us at 8 o'clock, we're going to continue on with the excitement. We're going to have the team here. And we're going to talk sports. It'll be Talking Sports Plus. Make sure you join us. The call-in number is 347-857-4192. Or go to the web link with blogtalkradio.com/the Smith Way Production. Again, if you want to see the on-demand episodes of this broadcast, I will have it posted on Facebook. I have it posted on Google Plus. I will post it on Tumblr. I'll have it posted on Twitter, GroupMe, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You can see then with our show on Blog Talk Radio. You can go to Blog Talk Radio and listen to our show. I do appreciate you. Because as this song say, time might be tough. I don't know why I can cope, but I'm here. And I tell everybody, as we close out on the show, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. Have an awesome night. But we'll be able to talk with you at 8 o'clock tonight, or join us on Wednesday night. On Friday at 5:30. And we have a new show coming out on Tuesday of next week. That's Dr. Lowe Show, the relationship guru with no filters. So join us on Friday. Monday we're talking real to you. Tuesday with Dr. Lowe, a new show, and Wednesday Talking Sports Plus. Have a great time. Have a great night. I love you again, and there's a thing you can do about it. from where I used to be. I'm not what I'm gonna be, but I feel you just don't. Anybody know what I'm talking about?